Zell has the most preparation time anytime we do any kind of shoot. I just want that to be known.
I'm sorry, I also set up the lights and the camera.
That's fine, but I'm talking about like your appearance.
And I have to do that too.
I came from work. I just came from work with that. You know what? Because I'm real like that.
You
I
are
just want you. I'm a real
day
one.
though.
I want y'all just to see me raw. You know, and my natural.
This is raw, natural. He had a preparation for the day at work, and I had no preparation to be seen by people.
I put my clothes on and walk out the house.
Well, okay, well that's fine.
You want breakfast?
I'm glad you can just
shout out to my wife for cooking me breakfast. She would never mention that.
Well, I'm glad you did that. I cook my own breakfast.
Good for you.
Because I don't have a wife.
Look at it, ladies. She's still available. Welcome to the new podcast, everyone. Farms Bros.
Hey.
This is Zell. So we're talking about today. We got a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
You want to talk about the Panther in the room?
The Black Panther in the room. Black Panther.
Black Panther came out. We saw it.
Yeah.
Like most people, apparently.
The whole
Because it's
world.
still making a lot of money. It's over like $200 million now.
The whole free world saw
it.
this
Has, if I remember correctly, it has surpassed Iron Man as the best solo superhero movie.
Oh, really?
Top grossing, I believe, superhero movie. So it's broken records. I think that's the top grossing movie ever in AMC theaters.
Really?
And it's
That's
it's only behind like a couple Star Wars movies, I think, as far as like that preview weekend. I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. It's so many stats. It kept bringing stats. I don't remember. I didn't do my research, but
You
it's a
know
lot
what
of
this
stats.
tells us?
What?
Black people don't go to see movies.
There you go. You know what the last election told us? Black people don't go vote. So it's the same effect. When black people want to show up for something, stuff happens. We get a black president and we get a Black Panther movie that's very successful and breaks all the records. That's what happens.
So
when they don't show up,
your vote counts.
regular stuff happens.
I'm pretty sure everyone else went to the movies normally.
So black
like
people,
do.
I don't know what you're worried about. You do count. You make a huge difference, okay? So just remember that.
And I would call us a minority, but I'm just saying that's a big difference there.
Yeah. I mean, but Black Panther, was it a good movie? Yeah, it was good. It was good. It didn't blow my mind, but I will tell you right now, full disclosure, I have straight up superhero fatigue. Yeah. Superhero movies have to work very hard to you know. I just feel like, for me, I think the problem is what had me so hooked into the superhero movies, particularly MCU, Marvel movies, Marvel Studios, is that everything was leading to the next thing. Yeah. I don't care about the next thing anymore. Right. I lost interest after a while. And so, you know, so now the movies, I have to just look at them on their own and do to entertain me. And Marvel's very good about making successful movies that appeal to people, but they also become formulaic after a certain point. So after a while, it's just, this is a good movie? Yeah, but it didn't blow my mind.
Right.
So same thing with Black Panther. I applaud it for being different enough in that it really, you kind of forgot you were watching something that took place in the universe of the Avengers. They barely mentioned anybody or anything. So I enjoyed that enough that it stood on its own. So I like that part. But otherwise, it was a good movie. Nothing wrong with the movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I liked the movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I feel like the hype was like super higher for me the day I saw it than it has the days after. Not because it's not because I think it's bad, but just I think I'm able to now process it better because it's just like, wow, I'm a huge fan of the director Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
So for me, there's a lot of behind
going
the
into it. We
scenes.
felt
there was a different connection I had to it than other people, and it wasn't because it was. I mean, it was cool that it was this predominantly black cast. I thought that was cool to see, where it was a predominantly black cast and it wasn't like a black exploitation type of thing where it's like, oh, it's black because we in the hood. No, it was like, this is dope to see this is a fictional African culture, but to see this, and okay, no, this is cool to see black people painting it in a different light instead of having to be one way. So I'm 100% for that. That's cool. But for me, going into it is because one of my favorite directors was directing this. He also directed the Rocky movie Creed, which is really it's like my top 3 favorite films, and I feel like he did a good job with this. What made me realize though, when I think I had to come back to put things in the proper places, when I realized, do I like this better than Creed? And the answer is no. So to me, it's not a better movie than Creed. Because Creed's still my favorite out of these.
And I'm upset that he's not doing Creed 2, and it might be because of the Marvel movies.
It was 100% that reason, because of pre-production and stuff like that. So he had to focus on this. Yeah. Now I get why he did this movie. Yeah. Like I said, it was more of a good for your career.
Get that Marvel money. Get that Marvel money.
That Marvel money. And then I feel like he probably, not to say that any, but I do like, I felt him in it though. Yeah. And I wasn't super familiar with any of the other directors of Marvel movies. So I can't say that. I'm not going to say that they didn't do a good job of getting lost in it. But I kind of feel like Marvel can be a machine. Yeah. And just like you just churn stuff out.
That's why it's so successful. They're pretty
right. You're more of a TV director than you are a film director. So I'm director for movies. So I feel like I felt some of his stuff, some of his.
So what was your favorite Marvel movie that did not surpass?
And that's the interesting thing, because I was talking to a friend about this, and I said, shoot, I think this is still probably my favorite Marvel movie would be Winter Soldier.
Yeah, same here, Winter Soldier.
And it's just the way.
I don't know why, but yeah.
And I don't know what it was, because he was saying, he said, yeah, you know, did this make me feel? Did I feel the same way I felt when I walked out of seeing Winter Soldier? And like, no, I think Winter Soldier is the last Marvel movie that I was just like, yeah, about, like, you know.
I was impressed with it. And well, here's the thing, Marvel, I can't say that was one of the last ones I was impressed with, because Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, impressed me as well. And here's what Marvel's doing. And I want to talk about Black Panther. I think you hear a lot from reviewers about the cultural significance as far as Black people and Black America and all that. Yeah. I want to talk about the economical significance instead of going super hard on the cultural significance, but it's still touching on cultural, because the belief has been, and I really don't know how accurate this is reflected from Hollywood's perspective, because I'm not in Hollywood, so I really don't know what's being talked about amongst executives. Yeah. But I believe the belief has been that Hollywood executives have shied away from doing movies with predominantly Black cast, with female leads, with minorities or anything like that, anything different, because they just didn't believe it would draw an audience. Yeah. So I don't know how true that is or not.
That's 100%.
Okay, yeah. So if that's the case,
they probably won't admit that.
but what I enjoy about this movie, what Marvel has actually been doing, and why even if I have superhero fatigue, I can never just disrespect Marvel, is that they've been proven, knocking down one by one, that it doesn't matter if your movie is good. Yeah. If your movie is good, it doesn't matter. They proved it with Guardians of the Galaxy, that it doesn't matter if your movie doesn't take place on Earth. You don't need it to be centered on Earth. I think that was the problem we had with Thor. We kept trying to bring it to Earth because we felt like you needed that in order for the audience to pay attention. You don't need Earth. You don't need an all-human cast. You can have a bunch of CG characters. They'll still watch it. It'll make a lot of money. You know, what Winter Soldier did a little bit different was it could be a movie that took itself seriously. It was more of an espionage film. It took itself seriously. And it was like, you could do a superhero movie like that with a character who just sounds good when you think about it, Captain America, and it would still be a good movie. Yeah. They did it, now switching over to DC, they did it with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I won't give as many props for. I'll give props for having a female director and Gal Gadot, and, you know, being a superhero female character. But the only reason why I won't say it's the first time it's ever been done, because we had Terminator, we had Alien, we've had movies with female stars that, you know, I mean, even the Tomb Raider series back with Angelina Jolie, that were successful, people will come out for. Yeah. Wonder Woman probably did very, very successfully and was for superhero one, so I give props for that. But that was one where I was like, we've been doing this, you know, it's something that it's already been proven that a woman lead can bring people to a movie, you know. But now we did it with Black Panther. Now, here's my thing, right? I knew that Black movies with predominantly Black cast could be successful. You know, you got Tyler Perry, you know, they make a certain amount of money, they fit their niche and their market. Yeah. This one was being advertised to everyone. It wasn't just made, it was obvious that it wasn't just made for Black people to come and see. Yeah, yeah. So I actually didn't think that it would ever do bad. I thought it would do at least as good as, say, Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, something like that, because it's a Marvel movie. Marvel movies just have certain built-in audience that come. It has to be bad, and we haven't really had a bad one yet. Yeah. I mean, if it did it well, as good as Incredible Hulk, you know, they make a certain amount of money. Now it had a bigger budget, so it needed to, you know, do pretty well. So, but truthfully, what I wasn't so sure about, it'll turn people off, and I didn't know it'll turn off Black people either, was not that it was an all-Black cast, but that everyone was talking with a deep accent the entire movie. And that was the main cast. And there was nothing but just people with accent on. I was like, I was just wondering. I said, I wonder if that's going to be a turn off for anyone, just not being able to maybe follow it or whatever like that. Once again, did not matter. So it has finally been proven, I believe, for the last time, for anyone from an audience perspective and from a Hollywood perspective, it doesn't matter. You can put anything in a movie if it's, I won't even say it has to be a good movie. If it's entertaining, if you make an entertaining movie, it doesn't matter who's on screen. People are going to come to watch it, because I was in the theater. We came the day after. Well, we went on a Saturday, opened up Thursday, Saturday. So I saw a lot of mix of people in there. I saw some Black people, some white people, some other races. It was just all mixed in. People just came and were enjoying the movie. And it was a Marvel movie, so it was like, it's whatever, because it was a good film. So it didn't matter. None of the other stuff matters anymore. So now anybody should be able to say, look, let's just make a movie. Let's get the best actor that we want for it. Let's get the best director, the best talent, whatever. If they're good at what they do, get them, make a movie, and it will make money.
And I feel like everything going into it, the actors did a great job. Chadwick Boseman did an awesome job. I like the fact that there were so many strong female characters in it. Like, his entire supporting cast was like, you know, strong female characters. And I was like, that's cool. Black director, there was also a female cinematographer shooting this film. So
I
it's
know
like,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, that's what I said, behind the
And
scenes.
that's kind of rare.
Yeah, I mean, it's not rare to have a female cinematographer, but I think she's the first one to do it. Yeah, she's the first one to do a Marvel film.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure about that. And she's also, and it turns out she's also the first female cinematographer to be nominated for an Oscar.
Gotcha.
So not for this film, for another film she did, but still. It's just, so behind the scenes, like behind the camera and on screen, there were so many things that aren't usually done that they did, which I give this movie props for. And I feel like it executed. I feel like it did a really good job doing it.
Because once again, they made a good movie.
Yeah.
And that was it. You know, and it just make a good movie. They had the right resources, and they had the right cast, and they had the right talent, had the right crew, and Marvel's good at that. They find the right pieces and put it together.
How do you feel about people saying that Killmonger is like the best Marvel villain in a while? Because I feel like Michael B. Jordan did a good job.
He did. I really have no problems with his performance.
Yeah. I don't know about best villain, just because it's hard for me to kind of rank that. I don't particularly know what is it that people look for when they think about best villain.
Well, someone that's not forgettable. For Marvel's the criticism has been the villains have not been as memorable or get as much attention as the heroes.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that because I feel like that's strong for Marvel because the heroes are the ones who will be showing up all the time. I do feel like they kill off their villains too much, but that's kind of been the criticism. So Killmonger, what made him such a great villain was that he wasn't really a villain. He was a revolutionary. He was radicalized.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. And so you understood what he was saying. No, by any means, so I agree with what he was saying, but I understood what he was doing and why he was doing it. It was way too extreme. It was way too radical. It was like, you can't really consider someone like that a villain. That's kind of why I guess they had to kill his character off. I wish they had left him alive because he was so compelling, and I think he would have been a nice supporting character for future Marvel movies, so long as they didn't dilute his, tenacity. Yeah. Not for other Avengers movies, but just for Marvel. But Ryan Coogler was probably like, "No, we're gonna do this right, kill him, move on."
Well, then that's what's cool. Like I feel like the producers over at Marvel gave us more freedom. It felt like it to me.
Because it didn't tie in pretty much any way.
It's like no one else popped in. It was like, hey man, do
no
your
Infinity
thing.
Stones. Who was mad about that? Where's my Infinity Stone? Yeah. Where's the Soul Stone?
But it's
where's the Soul Stone?
Where's the Soul Stone? So I don't know what that means, by the way.
Yeah,
anyway,
a little deeper into the lore, but whatever.
But I thought that was cool. So yeah, all in all, I felt like it was a good movie. Out of 5 stars, how many would you give it? I know that's kind of hard to do it that way. I'm probably at like 4 stars.
I'd have to give it 4.
Yeah, I'm probably at 4 stars.
Yeah, it was a fine film. It was a good movie. And so that's one last point on me. I want to talk about also the political significance. All right, so all movies made by anybody generally have some kind of political underlying tone, a message that they're trying to put forth. I'm all for that. I'm conservative. Hollywood is mostly liberal, so half the messages coming from Hollywood film I don't agree with, but I'm perfectly okay and in full agreement with if you got a particular message or something you believe in, put that in your art, put that in your entertainment, in your work. You should do that.
You're black. You can be black and conservative.
It is very rare. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm like a unicorn.
Wait, and you're into making movies?
Yes, and I enjoy Black Panther.
I don't believe it. That's wow.
Put that in the news. Okay, but anyway, so Black Panther had a liberal undertones and all that kind of stuff. Anyway,
I completely missed it, by the way. It just went over my head.
Here's what I caught. I was talking about why I couldn't wait home during the movie, and I was like, all right. So one of the messages, I believe, is the message of the film. It was a theme. It was also the message of the film. Well, the message of the film was this: when you have power and you have the ability to help someone else, you have to help them. It's your responsibility to do so. But the political theme that we're talking about in our culture right now is isolationism and anti-isolationism. So, quick political study of isolationism, and this is not the firm definition, this is my understanding of isolationism, but the idea of America back in the day, like pre-World Wars, we were the kind of country that minded our own business, didn't get involved in people's affairs. A war would have to break out, someone had to attack us before we would get involved in something. But we kind of handled our own stuff. But America was a very rare type of country because it was so successful. And it made no sense how quickly we got successful so fast. I know that to be because we were a nation founded, one nation under God. But from the outside looking in, it was like, how are y'all so successful? How y'all, it was like an experiment, and how is it succeeding? There's no reason why America should be surviving. But we were a unified country. We had different states, we had issues. We had our Civil War, but we were unified people with a unified belief system. We had great resources, and we had the job done. So watching this movie, the movie had a message of anti-isolationism, which is don't just, if there's people out there who need your help in other countries, go out and reach out to them. And if you watch the movie, you understand what I'm saying, because that was what Killmonger was saying was wrong with Wakanda. They were too isolationist. They were isolationist to the hilt. They didn't want nobody to know they existed the way they did. And they was like, we're going to mind our own business, Wakanda first. Yeah. And that was the message that they were doing. They were like, that's wrong. So T'Challa had to change that. At the end of the movie, he went before the UN and was like, we're going to open our borders. We're going to share our technology. We're going to help people, other black people that are suffering throughout the world. We're going to help them because that's what's right. Because we got these resources. And Killmonger made the statement that black people are being enslaved or oppressed because they don't have the resources to fight back like Wakanda has. If you share those resources, they could fight back, defend themselves, and take over, kind of thing. All right. So that was the message of the film, right? So it's like, okay, anti-isolationist. That goes directly against what it seems like the Trump administration is doing right now in America, which is a more isolationist stint. And he has said in many of his speeches, America first, America first. That he's like, we need to focus on America first, get America right. We got too many problems here that we need to fix. He wants, and that's the whole idea. That's why he says make America great again. Because back before, when America was a little more isolationist, America was strong, more prosperous, had a better economy, joblessness and all that kind of stuff. Those problems were lesser. They weren't inexistent, but they were lesser. So the idea of making America great again is going back to that. So this movie was obviously criticizing that. T'Challa even made a statement about we can't build barriers. They were talking about the wall that President Trump was making. He's like, don't build barriers. We got to reach out and help people. Treat ourselves as one tribe, one people. Awesome. Anti-isolationism, got it. Liberal stance, awesome. Good job putting that in there. It was a real creative way to get that in the movie. Problem is, what this movie actually did, I don't think they did. This was actually one that if conservatives knew if they watched the movie, knew what they were doing, they can actually use this as a poster for why Make America Great Again is actually the way to go. Right. Because this movie spent the entire movie showing us how awesome Wakanda is. Everybody's walking out the theater like, Wakanda forever, let's go. Wakanda's the dopest country ever. If Wakanda's real right now, I go move to Wakanda. The problem is, the Wakanda that's so great that we spent this whole movie, I like Wakanda. Wakanda's dope, technologically dope, better than any other European country out there. But it was isolationist. Now, the message of the movie was it shouldn't be that way. But what made Wakanda so great was two things, according to the movie. I'm not making this up. According to the movie, watch the movie again, there's two reasons why they were so great. One, their resources, which was vibranium. And two, the fact that they were isolationists because they hid themselves and didn't let nobody come in and mess it up. They were saying that was the difference between them and black people everywhere else in the world. They didn't have the vibranium, the resources to defend themselves. And they weren't protected and shielded so that Europeans couldn't come in and take their resources, right? So those are the two things. So that's why they were great. The movie didn't, and I was waiting for the movie to say this, the movie didn't even try to say that the reason why Wakanda is so great is because it's black people. That's kind of what Paradise Island is in one of them. They're saying it's a world run by women. That's why it's better than man's world, because if women ran the world, it'd be better. That's their message. Wakanda, this movie Black Panther, I don't know about the comics, but the movie didn't make that statement. They could have easily said it's because we're about black people, that's why it's better. Black people weren't charged to be better. They didn't make that statement. They said it was because of vibranium and because they isolated themselves and protected themselves. So that's why it was such a great country. So Wakanda's such a great country and everybody walking on the theater is like, Wakanda is dope. Then you're saying that isolation is, and you're like, okay, well, that's a fictional country, whatever. And the idea at the end of the movie was, well, we can defend ourselves, be great, and share our resources with other people. That's great. I hope they pull it off. But let's parallel this, because the whole point is to parallel this with real life. That's whenever you have a message, a political stance, you parallel real life. So the only country that you could possibly parallel Wakanda with in its current state is America back when it was isolationist. That's the only country that looks like Wakanda in our modern history that we look at now. The U.S. before, when it was isolationist, and Wakanda. Place with great resources and minding its own business. Same thing. You look at it, I was watching a movie thinking like, yeah, this was like the U.S. what used to be. Before we started getting involved in nation building and going out to countries and all that kind of stuff. I was like, this is what the U.S. was like. So this is just my mind. I didn't have to dig hard for this. My mind finding line of logic was like, so once at the end of the movie, once T'Challa opens the doors and, starts doing all this stuff and helping other people and stuff like that, which is, a great desire to do. But based on what I know, the stuff they were talking about in the movie, what they wanted to do, the only line of logic I could follow is that Wakanda in about 50 or 100 years is going to look like America pre-2016. That's what it's going to look like. The economic problems, all that kind of stuff. Well, that wouldn't happen. Well, I'm just going off of the parallel that they showed me. They showed me that this is basically America, isolationist, and now they're no longer isolationist. It's going to look like America now, all the economic problems. And, without getting too working about trying to figure out economics and politics and everything, but that's what kind of happens, if they open their borders and let people immigrate in. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if Wakanda was a real country, A lot of black people in America be like, I'm going to Wakanda. Love America. I'm going to Wakanda forever. Okay, you're going to Wakanda, but you're bringing your own culture with you. Yeah. You're bringing your own crime with you. You're bringing all the stuff, the drugs, everything that's not in Wakanda now, you bring that with you, okay? That's sort of the issue from the conservative standpoint of why illegal immigration and trying to reform immigration because of that kind of stuff like that. You know, they're reaching out, they're sharing their resources and their weapons and things like that, their technology. Okay, you start spreading resources then. Suddenly, you're introducing something to Wakanda that's never happened before. So now Wakanda's economy could start dropping. And they're going to have to work out to do that. So I foresee in about 50 years, now there's no more heart-shaped herbs and everything. You know, no Black Panther, magical warrior person. There's going to be someone doing the trial by combat, doing the ritual combat that says, hey, I'm here because T'Challa messed up 50 years ago, and I'm here to make Wakanda great again. He may win that trial by combat, become the king of Wakanda, and that may be what happens to Wakanda 50 years. But I'll just be looking at it. But I'm just saying, I don't think they realized that they kind of made a great defense for isolationism because the Wakanda that we walked out of the theater celebrating was an isolationist Wakanda. And the only thing that I can use for a parallel to real world, what happens after you stop being that way is that it starts bringing you down economically. Right. May that happen? Hey, whatever. I'm just saying. They'll handle that in sequels. But I'm just saying, walking out of there, I was like, this is a good defense for isolationism. Yeah. You know? Hey, that is me.
I feel like, too, the thing is, people would say, what do you mean we're not supposed to help people? Isn't that the good thing to do? Isn't that a godly thing to do to want to go and help people? Which I 100% believe that is the case. But I believe, I don't, this is just me saying what I believe. I believe that it is the job of the nation, of the country, to protect, to protect and to secure the people of that nation. And I believe it is the job of the church, the body of Christ, to go out and to do the things that we think a country should be doing.
What you'll find out is this, that, because there's a common criticism, I think you're from Hollywood, that when you look at how much America reaches out to other countries as a government, it's like, compared to how much money we have and how much money we make as a country, compared to other countries, we're lower on the list than even countries who don't make as much money as us. It's like, that's sad. America should be doing more. But that's looking at from the government standpoint. When you go to the individual standpoint, the private sector, what individuals are doing, that's a way different number.
Which I feel like is what makes America great, is the fact that we have that private wealth. And it because I don't feel like it's the job of a government, of a country, because the government has its agenda at stake. But if you get private people who aren't gaining anything out of it, I feel like that's a better way of going about it than trying to make your government do it.
That's a philosophical standpoint. But from an economic standpoint, the government is if you had to rank, if you were, they kind of, they'll rate charities. They'll go out and say, is this charity, is it how your dollar's working? Is enough of it actually going to charity? How much it's paying people? Stuff like that, If you were to do that for the government, it's a horrible charity. It is a bad idea to try to give as much money as you can to the government to give to other people, to help people within the country, outside the country. It is the worst run charity ever. It's not designed to be a charity. That's fine. But it's very bad. Look, I work in a job where I sell material to government. I am fairly aware of how much money and time is wasted for the government just to procure something. The process of procurement, of buying something. It's a lot of, and everybody working in government knows it. It's a lot of time and money wasted. And I forgot the stats. It was a gentleman by the name of Dave Barton who created the stats, but it was like for every dollar that would go towards, I believe it's like welfare or something like that, the amount of cents that actually end up going towards that, like I might be exaggerating here, but it was really, really bad. It was like for every dollar, maybe only 10 cents actually ever gets there to what it is that the tax is supposed to be going to. So, we're saying, hey, use the taxes for that. It's a very inefficient way to help someone. If it's really about helping people, using the government to try to help people is very inefficient. They're just bad at it. Now, if they could fix it, hey, awesome, but it's just very bad at it. So it's much better to deal with charity. If you want to reach out to someone, it's much better as an individual to go and do it. That's why I liked, I forgot her name, the character that was the love interest for T'Challa. I don't know why I forgot. I remember Shuri, his sister, but the woman, she was out there doing it herself.
I actually did remember.
Yeah, I remember her name. But she was out there, doing like that. I was like, good, that's a good for you. You just going out there, you ain't waiting for your government to go do it. You just doing it yourself. You just going ahead and do it yourself. Right. So at the individual basis, that's our belief system on the individual basis. You go and you handle business. Don't wait for the government to do it. Don't ask the government to do it because the government is very inefficient. Just economically speaking, it's a bad idea.
I want the government's help.
It's gonna do it.
I just do it myself.
And thank God for the existence of welfare and its purest form. Thank God for the people who need help, who can get assistance. I think personally, it's not working very efficiently right now. I don't mind the idea of welfare. I don't mind the existence of welfare. I don't think it's not working very efficiently right now, personally. All right, so have you seen the this thing going on Facebook about what gender would you be? How do you look as the opposite gender?
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that. I almost didn't do it. I was like, no, I refuse to do this. This is the liberal agenda. Try to make me okay with changing my gender and like that. So I almost didn't do it, but Casey convinced me to do it. So I did it. And I didn't share it on Facebook. I had no intention of sharing it on Facebook. That's almost why I wasn't even looking. I was like, it's still gonna make me share it on Facebook. I had no intention to do it.
Yeah.
But I took the picture. Since I did it, I will post it here for everyone to see. I'm gonna show you right now, and we're gonna show it on the screen for everyone to see. I haven't done
this yet either, so.
But I did it, and it came out as horribly ugly as you might expect. That was pretty bad to me, Wow. So as you guys can see, yes, I did it. So I'll put it out there, Wow. Hey. This is years ago. I did it. So that's what they think I look like. Honestly, I look like my mom. I look exactly like my mom. That's what I look like as a girl.
I mean, actually, honestly, it's not that bad. I've seen some.
See, Casey did the same thing.
That look jacked up.
Yeah,
that's actually not a bad switch.
Well, anyway, but yeah, so that's what I came out looking like. So it's like it was ridiculous. But so that was the thing that was going around, and I've seen some pretty ugly ones on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, is it insulting to go and tell somebody, your friend on Facebook, like, you would be really ugly as a girl? Like, you were just
you might see that as a compliment.
Horrible to look at girl.
I don't ever want.
But how far would you go before you're like, all right, you're just talking about me normal? Like you just think I'm ugly. You just your way of telling me right now, like, because it don't change it that much, right? It doesn't change it that much. I mean, just put some makeup on it, some blush or whatever. And that's like it. So it's like, you just be real. You like, that's just your chance. This is your chance to tell your friends. I was wrong. It's not a liberal agenda. It's the throw some shade agenda. It's the agenda to go out there and just tell your friends, you know what? I never thought you was that attractive in the first place. So I'm gonna tell you now because you just made yourself look like the opposite sex. And I'm gonna let you know right now, you're ugly. That is your opportunity to throw some shade.
That's why you do this. To tell your friends that they're ugly.
That they're ugly.
All right.
Did you hear about this Lion King reboot is happening? You know that, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear what songs are not making the cut?
It better not be Circle of Life.
Circle of Life is going. It's going in there. I'm fairly sure. But I'm mad because my favorite song, no, it will not be in the film.
Are you serious?
I'm livid.
Be Prepared is that in there?
Be Prepared is not in the movie.
Dang.
Be Prepared. That is the song. Go on YouTube right now.
It's probably my favorite one too.
Be Prepared. Our teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared. Go on YouTube right now to that song. That is the joint.
Yeah.
Teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared.
that song was
lit. That song was literally lit because it was like green fire in the background and everything. So
that was a dope one. They could have took out. Well, no, you have to have. I just can't wait to be king.
That's in there too. Yeah, you gotta have that.
Yeah, that has to be in there. What other one could you cut out?
Remember that new one in the re-release, Jake? Morning Report.
Is that in there?
No, it's not in there.
Oh,
remember that, Jake? I was like, okay, this didn't need to be added.
Nah, Morning. But that was in it originally. They cut it out, I think.
Is that what it was?
I think it was.
I guess it's how the voice was something.
And they put it back in.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the Morning Report's whatever. I mean, it's not right.
I'm gonna be prepared.
Yeah.
Come on now. I ain't going to that. Boycott. We just boycott anything now. Don't boycott this movie.
What about the one with him and Anala? Or how do you say her name?
I didn't see that one listed, so I don't know. Maybe that's in there. Maybe that's in that.
The one, yeah. I'm talking about.
What's the one?
Like,
the love song.
Yeah, Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah, Can You Feel the Love? That's probably in there. I don't see it being in that. I'm surprised. I mean, Jungle Book, they kept the song. They kept a lot of the song. I didn't know they were. I mean, so how do you feel about these Disney reboots?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's cool.
They've been doing pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they're cool. I guess my thing is just the fact that they're basically the same. They just are literally. It's not like it's not even a reboot. It's a straight remake. Yeah. So I guess I was kind of like, oh, it'd be cool to see something different. But yeah, I mean, I guess they're doing all right. Like the Jungle Book one was okay. I think I felt I didn't know how I felt about the animals and the singing transitions. It
threw me at first. I mean, I just kind of went with it.
I guess because it lends itself better to animate it. To when
Beauty and the Beast handled theirs very well, I think, as far as musical.
I don't even remember them going to musicals. So yeah, they did it really well. Yeah, it seems simple. Like in Jungle Book, it didn't feel seamless.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like, oh. Okay,
well, you had these real life looking animals that was kind of.
So maybe that's what it was, but you're right. Because with Beauty and the Beast, I almost don't even remember the song, them singing songs.
Yeah.
Because I think that's how seamless it was.
Went together, you know.
Kind of how Greatest Showman was.
Greatest Showman. Let's talk about Greatest Showman. Greatest Showman was a good movie.
Man, that you talking about get hyped after a movie.
Get hyped.
If you're a
ready
creator,
to go take over some stuff, man. Get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Get it done, man.
I'm just saying, just like I don't know, like just go for it. Just don't get so far gone that you take out ridiculous amounts of loans and bet your entire life on.
Nag very good financial advice. Good motivation, but nag good financial advice. Don't do that.
Go for it, but be somewhat fiscally responsible. Like take a risk. I feel like the whole take the risk. But
don't lie, cool. Because nowadays the IRS will come and they will get you.
They will get you.
Back then he'd get away with saying that he had a fleet of ships that didn't have. You can't get that.
If he had stopped at that one, he would have been okay. Yeah. Because he got by with that one and it worked out. But I guess in the end, it worked out because what this movie also taught you is how to be fiscally responsible and cut back. This movie actually teaches you how to cut back as well. Because after the spoilers, but after the
you talk about Panther, I don't think anyone cares.
Okay, after the museum got burned down, he said, "Oh, wait a minute, we don't need to have a building. All we need is a tent." I was like, "That's probably my second favorite part of the movie." Because I'm like, oh man, that is such a fiscally responsible decision there. Yeah. Like that's so small. I'm all about that. Yeah. I'm all about cutting back, keeping the bare bones, keeping budgets low. I'm 100% about that. I just really enjoy finding ways to cut down on the budget and keep things low. I'm not even into economics and stuff. I just like keeping things low. Yeah. I like bare bones in it. Low budget in it. I just like that. So he said, I was like, oh that he was like, buy cheap land. Because to me it's like I can do that. Because I feel like people sometimes just go too far with things. They just buy too much. I'm like, man, give me this chance. I will get this nice responsible starter car here. I will have my $20 a week gas in this tank here. I will get myself a nice little small apartment here. Don't worry about it. You know what? No, bump this. I'm gonna buy myself a nice little plot of land here and get one of them tiny houses. How about that?
Oh my gosh!
See, I'm that
bigger
person.
Than the tiny house.
I'm that person though. Like people like. I can't live without this. But cable what? What's
my wife would leave me if I had a tiny house. We talked about that. We bought the house right now.
See, I'm not married, so your boy, you can do something like this. And I'm gonna have all the money. Just like bam, I'm stacking. Like, oh, what's
your mobile tiny house roll?
Mobile tiny house, trying to get my house over here. I'm gonna get to the back of my car and be rolling. It's just like, oh shoot, I got all this extra money to travel. I got all this extra money to buy these other cool things. Hey, I'm all about that. Or just say, oh my gosh, saving money is probably one of my other favorite things to do. I really enjoy saving money. This is like just watching it stack up. Just watching it. Oh my gosh.
I've begun doing the Dave Ramsey Total Money Makeover.
I feel like
pray for me on that one.
I feel like I don't need Dave Ramsey. And look, here's the thing. I understand. Everyone's hyped. Like people at church, they're all hyped about it. All my friends, everybody, my parents, everybody's all hyped about it. But like one of my other friends, probably equally our best friend, DJ, he was just like, you know what? I feel like Zell's just like, you know what? I'm doing all right financially. I don't think I need this. I'm like, you know what? That was a good point.
But no, it's good though because you're gonna learn stuff about like future stuff, like investing and all that good stuff.
Okay, I'll give you that. But when I heard stuff that they were talking about, this envelope system. We don't need credit. I'm like, well, preach it. I'm like, well, I've been knowing this stuff since I was
here's the thing, right? That was me. I felt like I'm good at budgeting and stuff like that, but somehow I still ended up with debt. So I was like, I just swallowed my pride and be like, you know what? As much as I think I'm good with money, I must be doing something wrong if, I know these principles and I still didn't get it going.
That's you. We're talking about me, right?
Okay, I'm just saying.
And I did not end up with this extra debt stuff that you speak of. I don't know what that is. Okay, that's not my financial aid that I'm in. So I will hoard the crap out of money. I will pull money out the most. I'm like, where did this come from? How in the heck you got this much money?
Oh god.
What was that the Casey said one time, she was like, we was here at the place and then bro just pulled $100 out. He just pulled $100 bill in his pocket. It's like, where'd you even get this
Which
from?
you ended up giving to somebody, didn't you?
Yeah, we was at the restaurant and I tipped. We went there so I could do that.
Yeah, we went there so we could do that.
So I could do that.
We were driving, we were like, we felt like we need to bless somebody today. So
it's Casey's fault if she wanted to go out to eat. I'm about to go out to eat. Your boy had $100 in his pocket and I'm about to spend it. I'm about the budget.
So it seems to me that unless you're going to give it, you're not really spending the money.
Diddly squat nothing. And I'm not cheap because I'm a giver. But I have to make myself buy stuff for myself. Like I told mom, like I played The Sims and I bought some like expansion packs. And mom's like, you know what, good for you. Just because I will not spend money myself. I'm like,
I gotta get that with you in case you get something for that. Speaking of giving though, if you want anything to give to, we recently shared it on our page, and I think it's on the page, the Broward Education Fund. It's the school where the shooting happened in Florida, and we shared on that. We shared the prayer for it because we believe the two top things that you can do for any situation that happens in life, whether it's a tragedy, whether it's just something that is a scandal, whatever like that, you can pray about it, and you can give your time on your money to fix it. So we posted the prayer for it, and we posted the official fund, because there was some fake funds getting tossed around out there. Right. I mean, but anyway, so this was the official fund. They telling you how they want to use the money and stuff like that. And it's from the city. I think the sheriff comes up there and he posted a video. And I believe they're trying to get $2 million. And last I checked, they were well into the way there. So if you look for something to give to, go on our page, because we did share for that education fund and everything. And I've given to it, and I'm keeping an eye on it to see how it's doing and all that. But it seems to be on its way to reaching its goal. But going to be a part of that as something good to give to. I saw a post today, and I'm sorry, person who did this. I know it was a dude who did it. Name began with an M. You were on a group that I'm a part of. You posted this. I don't want to say your name because you might not want your name out there. You didn't create this, so is that like a copyright thing? But I'm jacking your thing right now to talk about it on air. The post was, it was simply a question. It was like, if you could resurrect one dead character in a TV show, it could be cartoon, anime, TV show, whatever, bring them back to life, but then drop them in a different TV show, who would it be and where would you put them?
That's such a loaded question. Wow. I hadn't time to process that in my brain. I'm thinking comedy, dramas, cartoons. I'm trying to gather everything.
I think for the Black women of America, we would be remiss if we did not mention the father from This Is Us, because everyone is very sad about his death, and my wife included.
Peter Petrelli?
Yeah, Peter Petrelli from Heroes.
Bruh, don't even get me started. I don't even watch this show. So after the Super Bowl, right, the episode of that came on.
This Is Us.
So I'm like, what the heck? First of all, I know nothing about the show.
You didn't even know that it was a thing.
I know what This Is Us.
Yeah,
I knew what the show was.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know nothing about the show. Yeah. I've heard the show. But look, all right. So I'm sitting here like, okay, all right. This fire breaks out. I'm like, oh dang, y'all should probably get out the house.
So you're watching the show after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, you watch. Okay.
So I'm like, y'all should probably get out the house. That'd probably be a smart thing to do right about now. So he's getting everybody. I'm like, okay, all right. He's going in, getting his family. And then I found out later, I didn't know that the daughter had, issues and problems, I didn't know she was dealing with, emotional and mental issues. But I'm sitting here, what the heck is wrong with this girl? I don't know the show. So I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this girl? I was like, girl, you about to get your daddy killed. And she's all scared. And then he picks the mattress up. I'm like, this dude is like Batman. He just like, he getting all burnt. I'm like, sure, dude, you about to get your daddy killed. I'm like, y'all need to get out. So they get out. He's standing on top of the roof or whatever. Bam. I don't know why I'm going through the whole synopsis. I need to get there so you understand where my mind is going. So I'm like, all right, cool. They got out. All right, Peter Petrelli. This ain't even Heroes. I didn't even know you were on this show, bro. But you were Hero up here too. If anybody who don't know, Heroes was a show that this dude was on. Yeah. Peter Petrelli. Okay. Then anyway, so they get out, and then the daughter says, "Oh no, the dog." She said her name. I was like, "That better not be a dog." I'm like, crap. And then he said it, and the wife was just like, "You better not come down here." No. And I'm like, all right, he's not gonna do it. This dummy runs back, and so I'm like, bruh.
You can't leave a dog though.
I was like,
you would have lost their PETA audience.
I am so sick of these dang dogs getting human beings killed. The dog struck and killed Jonathan Kent. That dog probably got somebody killed and lost too. I don't know who, but that dang dog.
Several people.
That dang dog.
That dog got Shannon killed and lost. That's who got killed.
See, yeah, these dogs, man. I don't know what it is about these dogs and people getting killed over these dang dogs. I'm about animals are cool. I'm all about it. God created creatures. I believe that people have a responsibility to take care of the beings on this earth and all that stuff. But my problem is I'm not about to give my life for no day. Because look, I see, oh, that's so good. He gave his life for that dog. But what about his family? His family just doesn't. These kids are gonna grow up without their dad. Now you put a financial strain on the wife. Now she gotta raise all these kids by herself. I don't know what her job situation is like that. Was she a stay-at-home mom? Did she have a career? I don't even know. And she's so chill. Like the thing is, I didn't know he had died though. Like I saw him come out. I was like, okay, cool, he survived. And I stopped watching at that point. Then my mom was watching it the next day on Hulu or whatever. Then I walk in, and then they're in the hospital, or like, no, it's a funeral or something. I'm like, bruh, he died? And I said, wait a second, funeral? I said, wait a minute. I was like, Mom, she's like, oh, yeah. I was like,
he had like a heart attack or some kind of cardiac arrest afterward from, I guess, smoke inhalation in the hospital or whatever. I don't know.
Bro, and then she explained the situation. He has this thing where he can't tell his daughter no. So can't get so mad at the daughter because he's a grown man. You know, that's the argument his mom made. But the wife is so chill. She's just like, hey, they're driving home. She's like, hey, we're okay. We're going to be okay. I'm like, are you going to be okay? Are you going to be okay? And the dog survives. The dog survived.
Is the dog still alive in the present day?
That's what my mom. I was like, did the dog live? She's like, yeah, the dog live. How did the dog survive? I'm talking. And Peter,
the dog better go out there and get that job.
Peter, don't come for me because I'm not about animal cruelty. But I'm not about because anybody out there who's gonna get your life for a dog, to me, that's just irresponsible when you have a family. If you're like just a random person who has no connections to life at all, then fine, do what you want to do. But this is his family. We have people who get mad at people for crossing the Grand Canyon, the man who did the mountain thing, and a tightrope. We get more mad at that than we do about this guy giving his life for a dog.
Well, plenty of people were upset about that. That's just because they're so invested in his family. Oh, you see the dude though, the son, the black son. He was in Black Panther. He was Killmonger's dad. The one that got killed. I'm saying the black son in the show is Killmonger's dad in Black Panther. It's the same actor. The black son, but he's an adult. He's adult. Have you seen them when they're all adults? This is us, all the adult children of the dude who died.
I didn't know that they were adult versions.
Oh, the show has like 2 timelines. The show takes place in the present day when kids are grown, and then they flash back to all that stuff.
Got you.
So you didn't even watch. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the show. All I know is I saw that. So, bruh, that was the weakest way to go out. I'm sorry. If he had to die saving his family, like you made that sacrifice for like his daughter was still in there. I'm like, oh man, this same situation is rough, but I get it.
You're not playing with your emotions. That's all. And they needed, I guess, the daughter to feel guilty. But if she could have felt guilty, she had been in there by herself, and it would have been no dog, and she had
No. If the part was for her to feel guilty, then I'm sure they executed that beautifully. That was your game plan, make her feel guilty for killing her, for her father dying in the most dumbest way possible. Then yeah, that was great, mission accomplished. You executed that beautifully, writers. Who's writing this show?
I don't know.
It's gotta be somebody. Somebody from something. Watch it be some
writers of this.
From the writers of Law /
Okay, well, there'll be a something Laws. There'll be a something Law. Greatest show of all time.
Man, Lost.
Greatest show of all time.
Something dumb like that too.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Dang, Peter Petrelli. Dang.
It's sad. It makes me feel emotional. My wife be like yelling. And like, and I'd be like, okay, yep.
I don't watch TV anymore.
I don't watch This Is Us.
I don't watch TV in general.
I've been keeping up with The Flash. We're caught up on that. Flash is pretty interesting.
I'm done.
I stopped watching Arrow. I don't even care at this point.
I've watched Arrow most recently, or parts of it.
Really?
My mom keeps me up to date because she watches it.
Yeah.
But then I saw an episode recently of The Legends of Tomorrow. And of course, Legends of Tomorrow do what they do. They dumb.
They know that you're idiots. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I was just like, this is typical. I came in at the episode. It's pretty much the same thing as always. They do something, chat something up. Some more people are dead or not around now. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's messed up. Who's this random person? Oh, you're just like the rest of the Legends. You guys just do dumb stuff. That doesn't make any sense.
Legends is about a bunch of dumb people doing dumb things and saving the world dumbly. Yeah. Matter of fact, they really don't save the world. They just push off its destruction for something else that they created. That's all they did. That's what's basically been going on with this show right now. It's like, we stopped the world, we're going to destroy for something, but in doing so, we open some other door for the world to get destroyed.
And Damien Dark never dies.
Oh yeah, he's unkillable. He's the man that will never die.
I don't understand what the timeline is because I'm like, I don't watch this. I'm just like, Damien Dark's here. You see Damien Dark getting killed on the TV.
We can't bring back Black Canary though. God forbid we do that. We'll break the universe and bring her back. We can bring back Damien Dark. Damien Dark will live forever. God bless Damien Dark. But God forbid we ever bring back Katie Cassidy. God forbid we ever bring back Dinah Laura Lance, the true love of Green Arrow. All this Felicity garbage. This Felicity garbage. I said it. Bump Felicity.
That's trash.
And the thing is, I used to like Felicity. I was cool with Felicity back in season 1 and 2 and for the first half of 3. Then they made Felicity get stupid. Ain't nothing wrong with the actress. Ain't nothing wrong with Emily Beckrickers. It's all about them writers. Them gosh dang on writers. Y'all ruined her character.
She's a good actor, and she was killing it. I never had no complaints. Then it was a trade-off. It was a sacrifice for Laurel.
The sacrifice of the island of man.
Because Laurel had to switch out, and Laurel became like A1 since day one. That's the point. Not day one. She was trash.
Well, from like day 64.
But she became, you got anyone who's a fan of Arrows knows that in the beginning Laurel was everyone hated Laurel. But then Laurel switched out. She
got beat down. She fought for her respect.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was like, Laurel, you are up here, man. And then they go and kill her. I was like, dang.
Oh, we about Sarah though. Oh. I had no problem with Sarah. I was
Sarah's alright, but Sarah doesn't to me add anything to your team.
If anybody, she's like the least idiotic of all the cast of Legends of Tomorrow. Well, no, I guess probably Mick Rory. Even though his intelligence is literally lower than everyone else's, he's less of an idiot than everyone else. Because everyone else is supposed to be super geniuses. Yeah. You got these engineers and these dope quantum physicists who just do dumb stuff every day.
That's true.
So, he's actually technically smarter than them. But out of everybody, she's the most capable. So it makes sense she'd be a leader. If you got
I'm not mad about that. I feel like it could have been Ray Palmer, but they really just degraded his character. Like, he was way better when he was on Arrow. And then he lost Felicity to Oliver, and his confidence just went down the drain. And he has not been the same since. Yeah. He has been pretty garbage ever since.
Oliver just comes in and emasculates everyone. It's just.
I was talking to a friend about that the other day too. I said nobody can appear on Arrow and be stronger than Oliver. I said I was like, yeah, you already pushing it with a Flash with them crossovers. It's like, all right now. So it's always ambiguous. so it's like, oh,
I know you're fast. I'm still shoot you with this arrow though. Yeah. Was that reverse Flash? I'm gonna take him down for you. There you go.
And you always have those villains who are stronger than him for a season. Mm-hmm. After he beats after he beats them though, that person is relegated to
Green
nothing.
Arrow is pretty OP. You don't think so because each episode is always the part where he gets beat down or somebody comes back. That's just the way that the formula of the show.
Once he beats them.
So this dude is stronger than Ra's al Ghul now.
Yeah.
And what did they call him Ration this, right? They call him Ration this.
I don't remember.
No, they call him Ra's because they're going off the Christopher Nolan James. Some people, they switch it up. Anyway, the point is, he's stronger than Ra's al Ghul in his show now. Ra's al Ghul, when he first showed up, was redunculously beastly.
He killed him.
He died straight up. So now Oliver's just like, he's a beast now. Like, he's up here. Like nobody, he could beat post Speed Force Barry Allen now.
Probably.
Barry is way faster than he's ever been. Like, he's got like new powers and everything.
I don't watch
and yet, Green Arrow can still beat him. Green Arrow's just that beastly.
Well,
and you wouldn't think so because the show was so terrible sometimes. But he's actually
that was my favorite show for the longest time. It was. I don't know. And then I saw like in Legends of Tomorrow. But I don't watch any of that stuff anymore. I don't really watch it. The only show honestly on television that I watch now is Once Upon a Time.
Is that back yet?
No, not yet. It's coming back in March.
Canceled now, right? After this season, it's the end of the show.
I just got into it too. Like, the first episode I was like, but I feel like they started picking it up.
Doesn't matter. Movie Friday. I knew it was going to happen.
It's always every time, man. Every time. Dang it. Oh, well. So I don't watch anything on television anymore. That was my last show. That's okay. That's fine. But yet we have shows like Supernatural that get to go on for 20 seasons.
Good old Supernatural. I had to stop watching.
That show's still going on, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it ain't never gonna stop.
It's never
the freaking producer of CW is like a fan. It's like it'll go on forever for all I care. Like keep going, guys. Hey, you guys got more episodes? You good? Hey, look, I'll cancel Flash.
I'll cancel.
I'm up this CW multiverse, whatever. I got you.
Cancel that.
Nobody likes Supergirl for real. I mean, I'm just letting you know. Whatever you guys need to go to season 20, I got you.
I got you.
We right here. You've been with us since the WB days. We got you. Supernatural forever.
That's the new Smallville.
Yeah, exactly. Good old
Smallville switched over.
I miss Smallville. I want to cross over Smallville, cross over Arrow.
I feel like Smallville is probably better than these shows, actually. Oddly enough, my mom's been rewatching now, so I've been seeing it and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm like, because I asked her, I said, which one do you think is better? She said, well, she probably gives the edge to Smallville because it was the one that originated everything. So she gives the credit for that. But looking at it, even though I wasn't always a fan, I almost just feel like they consistently
Here's my thing.
Better.
At different points, Flash and Arrow, because Arrow came out and then I felt like Flash was Arrow perfected. So I felt like Arrow was Smallville perfected by the time season 2 came around. But then everything dropped off so horribly. Yeah. You could argue, but Smallville didn't drop off. Smallville just always had its ups and downs. You just stayed with it.
It was consistent.
I always said it's a relationship. It's not good for you, but you just stick with it because you just hope it's going to get better.
Yeah.
But so Smallville,
there were a lot of bad seasons in there. But Smallville, hey, that's like the originator. So, and Lex, my God.
Lex Luthor.
Lex
Michael
Luthor.
Rosenbaum.
He's probably the best CW villain of all
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Like
Definitely
Bomb
is.
Damien.
He's actually a good villain.
Damien's up there, but I mean Lex Luthor, man, you couldn't lie to this man, you couldn't trick this man. This man was going to figure it out.
Lex Luthor was a beast.
Yeah,
I'm the villain of this story. It was like you knew this dude was lying every time he opened his mouth, but it was like I'm not sure.
Like I believe him, you know,
because what the problem is he always looked like he was lying.
Yeah,
so you never knew he was being honest from that.
Yeah,
he would be like straight up offended with Clark. Like Clark, you think I would do that? Then the post-credit scene, walking down the alley with the lab experience beside him. Yes, he did do it. Got you feeling bad, like, dang, Clark, you should have believed. You should have trusted this man. This man's going evil because you won't trust him. Then you see him doing something evil. It's like, gosh, dang it, Lex. Come on, man. Oh, this show. You got to watch Smallville. It's on Hulu. All 10 seasons. Go watch Smallville, man. Smallville.
Oh, my God.
Greatest superhero show of all time.
Greatest superhero show.
All right, let's talk about this. I'm going to just talk about DCEU. We need to do a whole episode on this. The DCEU needs to do what the Cleveland Cavaliers did,
NBA,
which is blow up their lineup. Y'all need to drop everybody except for Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins, and Henry Cavill.
Ooh.
I would keep Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill.
No, I'm not wrong, but even Ben Affleck.
But Ben Affleck. Dude don't even want to be there. Dude don't even want to be there. He don't even want to be in Cleveland. He don't even want to be in Cleveland. He don't want to be there. He ain't showing up. He ain't bringing his A game. Ben Affleck don't want to be there.
All right.
Y'all know good as well. Ben Affleck don't want to be there.
What about Aquaman?
He was fine, but I'm saying no one else is necessary. I'm saying if you gotta drop him, then drop him.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where like, I wish Isaiah Thomas had it worked out. It seemed like I wish Dwayne Wade had it worked out. They're friends and everything, but if it's got to be a casualty to get this thing to work, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's
I
true.
like Aquaman. I can take a leave Cyborg, bump this Booty Barry Allen. I like CW Flash is my Barry. That's my Barry. DCEU, not my Barry. Not my Barry. Not my Barry.
In comparison.
No. Dude is so slow.
Yeah.
I respected the scene when Superman beat his tail because Superman needed that moment, but it made Flash look so slow. Yeah. He is so slow. I was like, he's starting out. I don't care. I don't. Can we get time to be starting out? If we were starting out, we would have had solo movies for everybody.
The problem with this is that they try to just jumpstart. We're gonna have a whole nother episode about this. But they just try to hop onto where Marvel was, and they just needed to do their own thing. Because I feel like there's a piece for everybody. Just know who you are. They should have went with the Marvel's concept or Marvel's philosophy with their shows on Netflix. Low budget, keep it singular stories. So that's what they should have done. Like, don't get Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, you know what? I'm not even going to rip on Zack Snyder. You've been showing me stuff. Apparently, Zack Snyder is a secret genius that no one knows. It's such a secret that no one knows it. But apparently, he's the smartest director of all time.
You seen them deleted scenes?
And
you seen them Zack Snyder deleted scenes?
And everybody's just hating
on
him.
Zack Snyder's cut.
Zack
Snyder's cut.
Everybody just hating on this man.
Won't let this man be great.
The studio's out to get him, so I'll give him his pass. Won't let this man be great. Because you know he is the greatest director.
Josh Whedon ain't nothing.
Apparently. So I'll give him that pass. My thing is it's too big. It's too big. You need to scale it back. You need to bring it back.
Well, I'm saying even though I enjoy Zack Snyder and I wish I could have seen his original vision for Justice League. Everyone says there was no original vision. Yes, there was. I wish I could have seen it, but it's over now, so you gotta let him go too. Let him go. Yes, keep Josh Whedon away. Let everybody go.
Also out the
let
door.
Everybody go.
Josh
Whedon never even been let in the door. He
needs to stop coming in trying to save everybody's projects. So he needs to stop doing it.
I'm sorry. Josh Whedon, most respect in the world. You did the game. You did Avengers. You was doing stuff before Avengers. You was the nerd king. You probably still are.
Buffy.
So my thank you, Josh Whedon. This is good. I'm about to say disrespectful, but I really mean no disrespect. But Josh Whedon got exposed after Age of Ultron. I'm sorry, he did. Did you hear the interview with you? I was so burned out, man. You know, I got to take a break. I had to retire.
He was done.
The Russo brothers came in and was like,
dang, bro.
We've been here for a while. Like, we've been doing this. Ain't that hard, man. Just make a movie.
They got it.
Winter Soldier. Civil War.
They passed that torch.
Infinity War.
They got it.
Come on now. Russo brothers.
I'm down to
Josh Whedon, after Age of Ultron, he was like, I can't
I'm checking out.
And, you know, he's the nerd king, but I think he works better with smaller movies.
Yeah.
And Avengers was something that was so fresh, he could just take it and do what he needed to do with it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know who approached who in the Warner Brothers thing. I can't throw no aspersions because I don't know who approached who, but that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. And because it didn't work. We had this mismatch of garbage with Justice League.
Honestly,
I was very disappointed.
You had a director there who was on the project, who I feel like who should have been directing these things from the beginning. His name is Ben Affleck. I feel like he should just let him do it.
I feel like we could have went somewhere different with this, but now we'll never get to know. So let him go, since he don't want to be here no way. He's just phoning it in. Just let Ben Affleck go home, and figure out. Let him direct his next movie. Yeah. He was so personally offended by the bad sales of Batman Superman. Because God forbid Ben Affleck's name be attached to something that's not financially successful. Oh. Forgive me for that. I know there's a lot of shade here. And you know what? That's not even, I don't even know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard. But there's too much stuff he was saying in public that was back and forth that makes me think that was true. He was really offended by that and he didn't want to be part of it no more.
He has to be careful. He has so many bad things before. He revitalized his career when he started directing his own stuff.
You know, I'll give you that. You know what, Ben Affleck? Protect your brand.
So he's like,
protect your brand.
I can't go backwards.
Forgive me. Protect your brand, Ben Affleck. You doing your thing. You an Oscar nominated person. He won some Oscars, didn't he? Did he win it for Argo?
Yeah, Argo won Best Film.
Okay, so fair enough. Yeah. He didn't get nominated though for because the Oscars throwing that shade.
They tried to throw shade.
How people care about the Oscars anymore? Just stop caring. It don't matter. Leo got his Oscar. We're done now. I don't even watch Oscars no more. I have not watched Oscars since Leo DiCaprio got his Oscar.
I didn't even watch that Oscars.
I stayed up just to make sure he got his Oscar, and after that I tuned out. I ain't tuned back in since then. I don't care no more. Like Leo got his Oscar. We're done.
This is gonna be an Oscars to watch though this year.
Why?
Because of all the it's just so post Oscar so white. So they're still trying to clean up from that.
That was hilarious.
And then the whole La La Land fiasco when they got nominated when it was a whole mix up between that and Moonlight. That whole fiasco.
I didn't see that.
I believe there's been another Oscar since then. I think.
Because that happened after Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch.
So has there been another one since then? Maybe
I don't know about
maybe not. So this might be the first Oscar since that. So it's probably a pretty shaky relationship. We got Get Out. That's gonna be that's been nominated for some stuff here.
Jordan, they gonna play it safe.
Jordan Peele, did a good job.
They
gonna
play it safe. They gonna give it to all. They gonna give it to Get Out.
Are you black? Are you a woman?
Black Panther's gonna sweep next year.
Are you a white American male? I'm sorry. You know.
Guys, we're sorry. It's really a hard time in America right now. We can't take this heat right now. We can't take this heat right now. We are the epitome of liberal America. And right now, we ain't been showing up for you guys. We had all the scandals with the sexual harassment. I don't even know what happened there, guys. I really don't. We thought that it was okay to treat women this way. And they just came out of nowhere we were like, be cool, chicks. Like, we thought we was all had understanding here. There's something bigger than this.
That's
pedophilia, whoa. Like, dude, keep it under wraps. So now we got to try to show up for people and show that we are still the moral epicenter of the world in liberal America. So got straight white males. Just sit down for a second. You still get all the money. We know that. We know this. You still get all the money. But we got to give these awards and these accolades to the black folks and the women. So just keep them quiet. Let them know that we still are here for them.
Yeah.
Even though we really ain't giving them that much money. And we still keeping all the pile. That's all right, though. We got you. Just take this check. And we got you. We're going to give these awards to them to make them happy, so we don't get no more hashtags made. We can't afford no more hashtags. People ain't watching the Oscars no more. It's as bad as the NFL. No one's watching us anymore. It's bad. We got YouTubers getting more views than us. This isn't going to work anymore, guys. So just hang tight. You got a check in the mail just for being a straight white male in Hollywood. Okay, but can't nobody know that because that goes against our liberal stance that we be showing everybody. All right, so just be cool. Be cool. Cash that check. Call me for the golf course. I got you. But we got to take care of the minorities and the females, okay? Because we've been sexually assaulting them for years, and it got out. It just got out that we were just raping and sexually assaulting these women, and somehow I don't know what happened. I mean, who blew the whistle on that, guy? Who blew the whistle? Was that you, Steve? Did you blow the whistle? Who told everybody what we was doing?
Thank you, Steve.
We've been doing this for years. Literally thousands of women, and no one knew. How did this come out? How did this come out? How did we, for real? Like, I'm surprised I haven't been fired yet. They don't even know what I did. Like, for real. Like, I'm just waiting. Like, I wake up every morning in fear that my name's going to be in the newspaper. We need to get like Alec Baldwin and just pre-apologize. Everyone in Hollywood needs to pre-apologize for what we may have done. Because I don't know what I do. I get drunk. I take some drugs. I invite a chick to my room. There may have been some drugs in her drink. This is what we do in Hollywood. It's Hollywood. I got a girl tied up in here and a child tied up in there. It's what we do in Hollywood. It's the way it goes. This is how we do here. Okay, we care about people. We care about minorities. We're all for the government helping people out, and bump the conservatives for being cold-hearted. All we do is rape a couple of kids on the side. I mean, come on, guys, can you forgive us for that? Really?
This is Hollywood.
Just really. I don't understand. Hollywood. After everything we've done for you black people, you just want to turn on us like that? I mean, come on. It's just terrible.